So I have a good news for all of you guys that finally I got my GitHub profile back. It was flagged from GitHub and due to that it was displaying 404 error. Many of you have sent me tons of email, tons of messages. That means a lot as a creator, where you guys have told me that your profile is not visible. This repository is gone. It's displaying 404 error. And when I investigated this particular issue and my team came to know that it was flagged from GitHub and due to that it was displaying the 404 error. But the GitHub team was really super supportive. I just had a talk with them. I sent the emails and they responded to me very quickly and they told me the issue which I had in my one of the repository, and due to that it was flagged and it was removed from GitHub. So I'm going to talk about the entire thing, that how you can able to protect your GitHub account, because it is really very important for you as a developer. Because when you're going to develop your project, you're going to upload to GitHub. As a developer, as a student, as a freelancer, you're going to post and showcase your work. And when you go to deployment, you're going to connect to the external provider. So it's a really powerful tool which you have to use as a developer. So your GitHub profile is everything for you as a developer. So I'll talk about the problem I had in the repository and how I've resolved this particular issue. So let's talk about the problem. After that, we're going to focus that what you should not do when you are working on your client project and when you are working on your personal portfolio project, and how you can able to distribute your profile, because that one is the most important thing. The one problem I personally seen this with a lot of developer, and this happened to me. It's my main profile and I developed when I was started learning coding back 7 or 8 years ago, and since then I'm using this particular one for my project for all the files. But when you are working on an organizational level, what do you have to do? How you can keep your client project separate? You should never include your client project in your own repository, in your own GitHub account where you do all the experiment. So that's the thing we're going to discuss in detail. It's very important. Now let's talk about the issue I had in my GitHub profile. So this particular problem I had a week ago. So I was working on a crypto wallet extension which deal with the multiple blockchain, including the Binance and other EVM compatible chain, including the non-EVM compatible chain. So it's a complete crypto wallet inbuilt in the decentralized app. So this is the project which I was working on, and as soon as I completed the project, what I have did, I simply committed the entire repository in my GitHub. Problem was in my README file. So provider I was using in the project for connecting with the RPC models and the support department. So some of the important credential we had, which is for the client. So they have provided us, and we have keep those information for the different purpose as it is in the README file. So what I have noticed that somehow we have included one contact email ID for a different company, and I've given the contact details in my particular README file. I just kept that email ID and the external provider details. So that was the issue. I use an email ID which is not mine, it's for the external provider, and I use it in the README file. So to be honest, I didn't use that particular one. We have a junior developer who just built the entire skeleton for the project. So they have given the instruction in the README file, and we were reviewing the code, and I just keep on my personal profile because we have a different repository for our clients. So I just keep it so I can let her view it, and we can do the modification and we can develop further on top of it. So once I got flagged, so whatever I was updating in my repository, nothing is getting changed in my website. So I try to log in to my providers which I have connected with the GitHub. I was not getting the authorization to log into the dashboard or log into the application. So that's how I came to know that there is some issue. My authentication is getting failed. I'm not getting logged in because GitHub is blocking and it's displaying the message called flag. But somehow I got automatically logged out with all the other 6 systems, but my personal laptop, in that I have the access. Then what I did, I tried to contact the GitHub support team and I told them the problem I'm having with my GitHub account. This is the issue. Somehow my profile is not visible, all the repository is gone. So I asked them that what is the issue and how to resolve this particular one. So they sent me the response. I cannot show you the email because in which we have some lot of important credentials. So he said that this is the repository which causing this issue, because in that you have used this particular company email ID which is not your, and our spam bot, like the GitHub spam bot, treat as a spam because this profile doesn't belong to you, and that particular company is a very renowned company and they have the same details on their GitHub repository. So somehow the bot scanned and they automatically flagged my account. So due to that particular email IDs and contact details, it got flagged. So he suggests me that you should remove that particular information and we'll review your account. Then we're going to simply bring back your profile. So what I did, I simply deleted that project because it's a sensitive project and we keep into our remote server, which is not part of this particular GitHub, because there we need couple of information which we need to provide to our client. So that was the entire story. So one thing you have to understand, that whenever you are working on any project, whatever you are typing in your readme file, be conscious about it, because when the GitHub bot will come to scan your repository, they're going to read your readme file, no matter how many readme file you have, whether you have in the main directory or internal files. So whatever data you are putting in your readme file, be conscious about it, provide relevant details as per your, or you should better keep it empty if you don't want to provide any information. Or if you really want to provide the details and you want to keep your repository public, so try to avoid any external links or any external company and contact details, mostly in your public folders. So due to that, our account got flagged and finally I got it back, and now I can able to have the access to my all the web3 providers. So I hope you have understood that what you have to do, whatever you want to keep in your readme file, be conscious about it, try to read it. And notice recently that many of you are using AI for generating the architecture or the format and the detail for writing the information about the project in the readme file using the AI. But when you do that with the help of the AI, it's pick the information, and this is the same issue we had. The junior developer used the AI to build the architecture or build the overview of the project. There he made the mistake, simply copy the entire text from the AI and paste in the readme file, and it was a fault from our side as well, because we had to review all the details before we actually push on the GitHub profile. We missed that part, and due to that the code got available on the profile and it was got flagged. So that's the point number one, that whenever you are working on your project, whatever information you want to keep in your readme file, try to keep it properly and don't try to use the code format. Like I noticed that some of you write the JavaScript and enter into a block or HTML block. Don't do that, because when you will add this HTML block, that might create a problem. And they like the support team told me to avoid any kind of hidden code in that particular file. So two suggestions I got from him to keep my account safe, So I hope now you can able to have the access of all the repository on the channel and you can use it. So that's the entire story, that how it was got flagged and finally I got it back. So the crux of this particular video is to keep the relevant information in your readme file. Try to avoid any kind of HTML code blocks. In that way you can able to save your profile, because your GitHub profile is every single thing for you as a developer. Some of you think that I'm a new developer, I can simply create a new account. Don't do that, because you have a reputation. Like when you start working on 4 or 5 projects, some of the players in the development field will know you, and when you're going to simply leave your account just like this and it's automatically get disappear from the GitHub, then there is some doubt comes into the other developer as well. So keep that in mind. Your GitHub profile is really important for you as a developer, so you have to protect it and you have to keep relevant information which you want to display to others. So that's the only thing from my end. I hope you have understood that what you have to do and how you can able to protect